What's happening?
Malt review time.
Malt review time. Lagavulin 16-year-old, not any Lagavulin 16-year-old.
Not your ordinary Lagavulin 16, my
this
friends.
This is the White Horse
Yes, sir.
Lagavulin 16-year-old. If you look right here, you're probably not going to be able to see, but on the bottom it says White Horse Distillers on the bottom. They stopped putting...
And that gold lettering right there is the key.
We'll talk about that. But when did they stop putting the... I think in the late 90s.
Late 90s.
Is when the White Horse Distiller, they stopped putting that on.
Yeah, Diageo phased it out.
So this bottling is going to be either late 80s or early 90s bottling. I don't know the exact date. There's probably a way to figure it out, actually.
The bottom here, the etching.
Yeah, by the code, but I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it. All I know is it's either very early 90s or late 80s. Mm-hmm. Now, these are obviously auction bottles. You're not finding these old Lager White Horse 16s. What you ideally want, I hope you guys could see, is this gold. It's just gold writing right here, the 1816, and the Isla right there, the gold. In the current bottlings, it says the same thing, but it's the raised glass right here on the side. Now, there are Lager White Horse bottlings with the same raised glass.
Right.
They just are not quite as epic as the gold raised ones.
Right.
Now,
based on people that we trust, who've tried them all.
Yeah.
Research.
Well, based on a conversation with Angus that I had.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who we definitely trust.
And if you want to go deeper into it, ideally you're gonna go for the gold letter White Horse 1 liter bottle. Second, the 75 CL.
Which is crazy.
and third,
random,
the 70 CL, which this is the 70 CL. You might say, well, what's the difference? There actually always kind of is a difference. Even if it's, let's say, a 2019 batch, a 2020 batch, it could make a difference if they're bottling it for USA market or they're bottling it for the UK market. It kind of could go in batches. So let's say the 75 CL bottlings, they went with a particular batch. Then they bottled the 70 CL bottlings with a particular batch and the 1 liter bottlings with a particular batch. So it's not always going to make a difference, but it could certainly make a difference where we think we're getting the same exact juice, but the 75 CL bottlings and the 70 CL bottlings could definitely be different. And a recent bottling, I'm not going to get into it right now because then it's going to be too long of a video before the review, but a recent bottling, I definitely noticed a big difference between the UK version and the USA version. So anyways, Lager 16, White Horse, gold letters on the side, late 80s, early 90s. These are not cheap at auctions. They're going to run you around $500, where if you compare that to Lager 16, now, the current release, you can go to the store, widely available anywhere from $70 to $90.
Yep.
So a big difference in price. The quality better be completely different.
5 times better.
Hey, yeah. Anyways, this has been breathing for a good 30 minutes for us.
Oh, and bottled at 43%.
Yes.
Just like today. On the nose.
And I'll say this right away. On the nose, especially now with all this air and breathing and this thing being open now for at least 7-8 months, it has turned into a completely different whiskey than what you would imagine Lagavulin 16 to be in today's world. It's just not even close to being the same. It is so incredibly fruity. The peat is not medicinal at all. No. It's very delicate. It's more in the background. When it was first opened, the peat was more present, but it's really mellowed out with air, and it has
just kind of highlighting everything.
It's just highlighting everything. It's adding to it. It's making it more complex, but you are getting and I'm sure you guys who watch us all the time are so sick of hearing us
Say
say mangoes with these old Isla style whiskeys.
Mangoes,
but
baby.
wow,
Damn.
the 70s distillate, 60s distillate.
It's what it was, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking mango party.
It is such a mango party in here. You're getting mangoes, peaches, apricots.
Oh my god.
Sweet mandarins.
Guava, passion fruit.
Guava, passion fruit, absolutely. It is so luscious and so fruity. The peat is not medicinal. It's very sweet. It's more the ocean breeze style rather than the bandages, right?
Yeah. It's just like a little plant like growing on the edge of the coast and absorbing all the ocean's essence. Well, shit, Isla is an island. Maybe it's a tropical island in the 60s, 70s. This is fucking nuts, man. Every tropical fruit you can think of in the most luscious way.
And you're also getting dessert sweetness, like caramels and toffees, and the little hints of like milk chocolate even.
Wow, so this is it's almost like Bowmore like types of tropical fruits, but instead of like peat candy, it has its own like Lagavulin kind of like lighter coastal kind of peatiness going on.
And Mike, I really have to say that
difference.
the fruit level on this with air has doubled.
Wow.
And the peat level has decreased by 50%.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is,
So you can make the argument that at first open, yet so different from today's Lagavulin. It was still a little bit similar to today's Lagavulin.
Still at least
not at all right now. Yeah.
This is a totally different style. Wow.
It's just
the star though. The star is the mangoes. Wow. Isla salted coastal peaty mangoes.
Yeah, it does have that salty element. It's more like a salted caramel. It's not like a salted meat.
Yeah.
It's not like a salty ham or anything like that. It's more like a salted caramel.
Yeah. Yeah, oranges, beautiful orange oil.
Yeah, well, I'm almost getting like zest, like orange zest and like almost a little lime zest as well, but sweet. Zest is normally not very sweet, but like the oils from the zest are kind of sweet.
That's what I mean. It's like we make an old fashioned, but squeezing like the oils of the orange and the lime. It's more lime than lemon, like you said.
And the beautiful mineral aspect, the wet rocks of the ocean is such a beautiful minerality to this.
Yeah, like really sweet graphite. Wow.
Amazing.
Amazing, dude.
Palate?
Delicious. These white horses though have a crazy name. Oh my gosh, speaking of fruits.
But there's the peat.
Definitely more pronounced. Yes, sir.
Much more pronounced.
That's just very common.
Yes, that's very common. But now it's Lagavulin. It was almost a
I know what I'm saying. You know, I don't use that very easily, but it was almost like approaching a little Bowmoriness.
It's a Lagavulin.
It's a Lagavulin now.
On the palate.
Yep.
Much more peat.
Wow.
Those traditional, like that Lagavulin peat, where it really reminds me of going fishing.
Yeah.
The fishnets, that fresh leather jacket, that fresh leather.
I think you said one time. It's like 4 a.m.
Yes.
It's dark out in the middle of Ireland, Scotland, and you're going on a fishing trip.
That's right.
On the boat, it's going fast. The water, it's skipping. The water's hitting your face.
Water's in your face. You got a nice chocolate, salted caramel chocolate.
Yeah.
In your hands. And I'd say the fruits, that mango party on the nose is most certainly not a mango party on the palate. It's a lot more in the background. The same way the peat was in the background on the nose.
Yes.
The fruits that we mentioned before are more in the background.
It just
of the
freaking
palate.
switched. Yeah, and the fruits.
Yeah.
On the palate, the fruits are much more like lemon, pineapple, a little bit of honeydew, not as explosive and vibrant of like mangoes and passion fruit and guava.
Oh, wow, that nose. And this, I'm telling you, the nose had to evolve.
Yeah, the nose is exceptional. And that's very common, nose and palate with these.
It's interesting. I just had a burp, and the burp is more like the nose. The fruits come out.
Wow.
One more taste.
Yeah, so palate, although the peat is definitely much higher quality than today's, it's much more closer to the modern style in terms of the type of fruits, more citrus, and the peat character.
It's more of a...
Wow.
The palate is a more refined version of today's Lagavulin 16. It's more delicate. It has this more of a luxurious kind of element to it, and it certainly has more of a fruity element to it. Definitely, it's more in the background, but it's more fruity than today's. It's less smack in your face than today's. But it has some of those peaty elements that today's has. It's just more refined. It's more of a complete kind of luxury package deal.
Yeah, it's kind of like today's Lagavulin 16, barely graduated high school. This fucker like went to college, got a graduate degree, a couple graduates degree, maybe a doctorate. Yeah, just refined, sophisticated at a much higher level.
I noticed that out of the maybe, I do definitely, I don't know how many of different bottles of Lager 16 I've tried, 20 different bottles, depending on whether they were mine or someone else's or at a bar. Yeah. So I've had, we've tried many, and I know many of you have as well. And they definitely vary in batches. Sure. They range, even today's. Yeah, every year. Let's say they take the last couple of years, they range you by 2 points up and down.
Big time.
Yeah. But this is awesome. Kind of a medium-ish length finish. Obviously, a little bit of that peat and coastal element kind of lingers here in the background. But I'd say medium-ish finish. Mike,
yeah.
Do you have anything to add before we score?
No, I'm just thinking about the score, man. Torn. Because of the palate.
Well, I always go first, so you go first with the score.
Okay. The nose is like 93. The nose is nuts. The palate, I'm gonna go. Palate, I'll go 90. Overall, I'm gonna say 91.
So I'm at a 91 as well. Where I was getting I was going 92 and 90. You went 93 and 90, but ultimately it's a 91. I don't think either one of us is comfortable going to 92.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. And I have no problems with you. That nose is just, especially that rich fruity note. It's such a delicious note.
I mean, that's why I said 93. Whenever you get into that realm of
yes,
the salted Isla mango.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite things.
Absolutely my favorite thing. Delicious.
Yeah.
This is not something you can obviously go to the store and buy, but if you're interested in a piece of history and trying, I would definitely say seek out the gold writing here on the side. And if you can ever find a decent deal at auction, get it. And also be patient with it, because it has hit a point here that it was not on that level when it was over here. So yeah, awesome stuff.
Interesting, man.
Yeah, let us know if you've tried any of these. Legendary.
White Horse, baby.
Yes.
Perhaps Lagavulin 12 White Horse coming next.
Yes. Stay tuned. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.